Hello, beautiful souls. How are you? Hold on, let me see. Is this being weird or what? Hold on. I am on StreamYard and it's making my. Oh, there we go. How are you guys doing? Let me know in the comments. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Where are you tuning in from? If you are doing the replay, do hashtag replay and still let us know where you're tuning in from. We'd love to hear from you. I know not everybody can join at the same time, so I'm so excited you're here. We are going to do something really fun today. We're going to talk about some ancient civilizations and some ancient gifts and so much more, and I'm so excited about it. Hello, Elise, Starla, Bernadette, right? Am I saying your name right? Georgie, hello. How are you guys doing today? Thank you. Hello from Salt Lake City. Hello, everyone. Tuning in from the UK. Welcome. I'm excited. So I love Lemuria. So let me just emphasize that. And let me know in the comments, are you more drawn towards Lemuria? Are you more drawn towards Atlantis? Are you drawn towards both? Let me know. We're going to talk about Lemuria today. We're going to talk about Atlantis today. We're going to talk about ancient gifts. We're also going to talk about energetic seals and so much more. So much more. So actually, let me make sure. We're going to talk about ancient gifts, seals, a powerful window for reactivation, and unlocking your gifts without overwhelm or spiritual burnout as well. So I'm just reading these. Lemuria, both. Yes. And just so you know, there's no right or wrong answer in terms of like what you gravitate towards. Maybe you're just really curious. Maybe you're like, I'm just really curious about these civilizations. Maybe you don't know anything about it and you're just joining. You're like, wait, what is that? So we've had ancient civilizations that have had great power. And the Lemurians were very known for their telepathy, their compassion, their love, their connection to crystalline energy. Let me know in the comments, do you feel really drawn towards crystalline energy? And then you have the Atlanteans. They were known for their technology, their power. They also used a lot of sacred geometry. Let me know if you're really drawn towards sacred geometry. Maybe you're drawn towards crystalline energy and sacred geometry. I know for me, it's both. I'm drawn to both of these items because we're so multidimensional and we can live life simultaneously. Let me say that slightly different. We are an infinite being. We are a spiritual being having a human experience. Meaning we can be here in conversation while your mind is actually thinking about something else. We can be here in conversation, and you could be also frozen in time in one of these or both of these civilizations. You could be here and doing your work while listening to me, meaning you're paying attention to work and you're paying attention to me to some degree, right? And because we're so multidimensional, we can have parallel lives, we can have past lives, and we could have future possibilities. And what I find very, very fascinating is I find parallel lives and past lives very, very fascinating in terms of why do I do the things I do, and why do I operate the way that I do, and what is holding me back? I am not one to ever glamorize like a past life or a parallel life because I want to explore something with the curiosity to assisting me in healing, not to glamorize something that I have zero use for. And when it comes to exploring timelines, we can explore a timeline that was in any ancient civilization. We can explore a timeline, and I'm going to put a little asterisk next to it. I'm going to come back to that. We can explore timelines in ancient civilizations. We can explore timelines from this timeline. We can explore parallel timelines as well. And what I find really, really fascinating is we've been having these conversations. And if you're new to me, I'm an Akashic Record Master Teacher. I do a ton of things inside of the Akashic Records. One of those things being past life regressions, timeline healings. And for me, when we go to look at something, why are we looking at that? And usually when something is revealed, it's revealed to be healed, or it's revealed to be embodied as a gift. It's revealed for a purpose and a reason, and it is not to glamorize in any way, but it is to be useful in some way, shape, or form. And when it comes to ancient civilizations, we've been having conversations about ancient Lemuria on our crystal shows, because we just recently were doing Lemurian quartz. And these Lemurian quartz are connected to ancient civilizations. We also did some Thompsonites that were connected to the ancient civilization of Atlantis. And so we started having these conversations about what does that look like. And so what I was guided to do is to put something together so that we can continue to have these conversations, and we can do some really, really deep work inside of the Akashic Records to heal if you're frozen in time. So when there was a fall, and there was a fall to both of these ancient civilizations, there was a fall in Lemuria and there was a fall in Atlantis. And the fall came due to power, or came due to misunderstanding, came due to confusion, came due to many different decisions at work and the community itself as well. And because we are in the age of Aquarius now, and we are activating our gifts from Atlantis again. And so sometimes this can be very fearful for some people, because they don't want the same mistakes to happen. With Atlantis, it was power got the best of them, and their fall was due to power. Lemurians, similar, but it was a struggle for power and confusion and misunderstanding of the use of technology. And so when we look at these civilizations are actually very enmeshed with one another. And so I asked in the beginning, like, hey, are you more drawn to Lemuria, or are you more drawn to Atlantis? And if you didn't answer me, let me know in the comments. Are you more drawn to Lemuria, or are you more drawn to Atlantis? Or both. So, and the reason why some people are only drawn towards Lemuria is because they've only spent time in Lemuria. And some people are only drawn towards Atlantis because they've spent only time in Atlantis. However, there's enmeshments and entanglements because of these civilizations having overlap, where there's entanglements in power, entanglements in free will, entanglements in spiritual use of gifts, entanglements of technology. And so there's this enmeshment and this entanglement that we can't talk about one without talking about the other. And I find them all very, very fascinating itself. And then someone says, I've been a mermaid. So then you have another layer to both of these civilizations. And both of these civilizations, there were land, and then there was water. Some Lemurians lived in water, and some Atlanteans lived in water. And these were mermaids. And I've taken people into mermaid past lives where, like, I can see the contrast between the two civilizations very, very well in terms of gifts and abilities and technologies, and the way their spaces looked versus the way the other spaces looked. And it's really cool to actually get to witness this and to see it. And so with that, when we have civilizations that fall, and if you live during the time of the fall or right before the fall, or you may have lived a couple lifetimes before the fall actually happened, but there was things that were already in motion for things to fall the way that they did. And so, because something doesn't just destruct overnight, it takes time, it takes pressure, it takes decision after decision after decision after decision. And there's an enmeshment between the community on as well on how everybody is playing together and what is happening with that. And so when it comes to these civilizations, you can have immense gifts. They were both very, very gifted beings. The Lemurians were very telepathic, very in the feels of everything, meaning they could feel tremendously. They didn't talk a lot with words. They talked through telepathy. They talked through feelings. They talked through the elements themselves. They were very connected to the land. They were very connected to the water. They were very connected to crystalline energy. And when the civilization started to fall, they actually started to program certain crystals to hold their frequencies, to hold their knowledge, so later people could access them, so the knowledge wouldn't be lost. And so with that, when you have gifts like Lemurians or you have Atlanteans, where it was very advanced technology, power was at its finest, they understood how to use sacred geometry in the way that it could be used for good or it could be used for bad. And, nothing is ever, and I like to use this example, like scissors. Scissors are just scissors, but these can be used to cut paper and they can be used to stab someone if we wanted it to, right? We don't want to use them for bad, but anything can be misused, even a pen, right? And so when things start to fall, there are certain oaths or agreements or punishments that can be experienced because of the fall. And so the gifts that you once had, if you feel like you've lived in Lemuria, can be sealed. They can be shut off. They can be turned off. They can be distorted. They can be confusing. They can be held at bay. And let me know if this is like landing for you. And the reason why we bring up gifts is we're meant to not glamorize gifts, but we're meant to embody our gifts. We're meant to embody all of our energy, all of our wholeness, and to use them on purpose for our evolvement. And let me say that slightly different. Your intuition is a gift. Your intuition allows you to read energy, allows you to tune in to higher levels of consciousness, allows you to raise your consciousness, allows you to have a better understanding of your human experience. Part of the human experience is painful. Like, part of the human experience is embodiment, and this embodiment process can be very painful at times. Like, we have the luxury to experience grief. Just take a moment to understand that for a second. Grief is such a complicated thing, but because we're not just floating off in the cosmos, we have the ability to be in this physical body asleep, because this is our sleeping state. It sounds kind of backwards because we go to dream and that's sleeping. But when we actually go to dream, that is us waking up to our consciousness. That is us waking up to our spiritual powers and our gifts, astral traveling, understanding, working through our conscious, working through our subconscious, things like that, connecting with our guides and stuff like that. So we're sleeping in this human body, and it's not necessarily a bad thing because it's a choice. You're choosing to be in this physical human experience, and part of that experience is to experience emotions, to experience pain. One specific emotion that we're gifted with is sadness, and with sadness comes grief. Grief is an opportunity to love something. And I'm going to say something, and then I'm going to put a little asterisk next to it. It could be someone. It could be family members, friends. We're all guaranteed to die in this lifetime. We're all guaranteed to do that. We're not getting out of here alive. And so at some point in time in your life, if you haven't experienced this already, which most of you probably have, where we lose someone we love. Losing someone is a part of the human experience, and grief is such a complicated thing. We also grieve when we decide to maybe transition into a new chapter in our life. And even though we're making that decision, grief is a part of that process. And it's complicated because you're grieving what once was, and you're excited for the new thing as well. And so all these emotions that we get to experience are a part of the human experience, and they can be painful. And because you experienced at some point different lifetimes, you can hold on to those pains, those traumas, and set intentions of waking back up to clearing those, to learn your lessons, to experience love at a deeper level, to have embodiment at a deeper level, to own your gifts at a deeper level. And so with opening up these gifts from ancient Lemuria, ancient Atlantis, you have the ability to right any wrongs. And let me say that slightly different. Everybody here has done something wrong in a previous lifetime. Maybe you held a lot of guilt or shame, or maybe you caused a lot of guilt or shame. No one here is perfect. And that's the beautiful thing, because we chose to come here to experience certain things and to be on purpose for certain reasons. And when you're looking at these ancient civilizations, part of us remembering them is remembering aspects of our soul that may be frozen in time. And so let me say that slightly different as well. When you have an irrational fear, and let me know in the comments, have you ever had an irrational fear? Maybe you were scared of drowning. Like for me, super scared of drowning. Like very, 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 very scared of drowning. I'm still uncomfortable with water. I know how to swim. And that's because in previous lifetimes, I spent many times in the water. I spent many times on ships. I have drowned on ships. I've led men on ships that have drowned. And all these lifetimes hold vibrational memory in the cells until you grab that aspect of your soul, or aspects of the soul that are frozen in time. Because when we're frozen in time, and I'll give you a better example. Have you ever had a conversation with someone and you're still thinking about the conversation the next day, then the next day, and then the next day? Maybe you're thinking about it for several days and it's just not on your, like, won't get off your mind. Or maybe you're trying to problem solve a movie that's fictional and you can't stop thinking about the movie. And the reason why you can't stop thinking about the movie or can't stop thinking about the conversation is, with the conversation, there's still an aspect of you that's frozen in time, still having that conversation. And this can be very, very innocent, where you don't even realize, like, you just fractile, because that's what happens. Our soul fractiles, and then it gets stuck. And part of our job in this lifetime is to retrieve those fragments so that you're no longer blocked, you're no longer suffering, you're no longer experiencing odd things that don't make any sense, because there's no rationalization for why you may be experiencing it in this lifetime. There may be a rationalization, but there may not be. Fears, I won't have a home, that's can be hard. I'm just going to read a couple of these comments. Yes, very scared of suffocating, many odd fears. Same, being afraid of drowning, can't swim, irrational fear, ridiculously scared of falling. Also, despise things around my neck. With past life regressions, found I've lived in a lifetime as a soldier and lost my life with a neck injury. Oh, I'm so sorry. I can feel goosebumps all over my legs as I'm reading these. Fear of fire, not sure exactly why. Scared of drowning, afraid of heights. Yeah, so it's like these fears sometimes, like, let us know, like, hey, there's something still lodged in our cells. There's something still stuck here that is meant to be cleared, meant to be reclaimed. And when we do this, and I find it very, very powerful, when we go reclaim a fragment of our soul, it's like things just click back into place, that you're not living that in that space and time anymore. And this takes time and practice. I know for me, I'm just being guided to talk about this, like nervous system regulation. My nervous system has never been regulated, even since I was born. Like I was born stiff, like nervous, like very, very nervous. And so learning how to rewire my nervous system is one of my top priorities as an adult, because my nervous system was never regulated as a kid, because of my household, because of my environment, because of my parents, because of my stepdad being an alcoholic, things like that. And so as an adult, I have to work towards regulation and have tools to regulate. And so you have fears, and then you have these irregulations in the nervous system that can be from this lifetime and then previous lifetimes as well. And so we want to allow ourselves to come back to the 0 point, to I'm trying to explain this. It's so, you know, where I'm going to make a picture. So, you know, where the infinity sign is the sideways 8, and right where that interloops into one another, this is where we want to come back to. We want to come back to that 0 point. We want to come back to the center. We want to come back to equilibrium. And so what we're going to do today is I want to do like a little pre-test to exploring Atlantis and Lemuria. If you're interested, I'm hosting, and I'm super excited about this, because usually if I'm doing past life regression stuff, it's only open to my Akashic Records students, and it's only open to Sacred Awakening students. I'm actually going to open this up to everyone, because I haven't done a Lemurian course since 2018, and it's been coming up more and more and more and more. And as much as I wanted to do just Lemuria, my guides were like, no, you have to include Atlantis in it, because we can't have a conversation without them both in it, because they're so enmeshed and they're so intertwined with one another. And the technologies from both are meant to be embodied, because they're so sacred and they're so old and they're so ancient and they're so good, but they need to be used in a way that's purposeful and meaningful and not misused in any way. And so if you're interested, we're doing our new mystery school, and this is going to be the first of many. This one is Secrets of the Ancients for Atlantis and Lemuria. And let me grab the link for that. And what we're doing in it, and we're going to do a little healing right after I share what this is. Kat, can you put the link in the chat for me, please? Thank you very much. You can go to theamyrobeson.com/MS. MS stands for Mystery School. So theamyrobeson.com/MS. I am going to just pull this up so I can, we're going to be doing 3 different past life regressions in this mystery school, which I'm really excited about. And it's on sale right now for 50% off. There's 4 live calls, 3 past life regressions. And the first week, we're going to explore Lemuria. We'll journey into the past life of Lemuria, where you'll be reconnected with the frequency of pure love, dissolve illusions of separation, begin healing deep soul wounds that have kept you stuck, kept your spiritual gifts dormant, and your intuition clouded. You will also reclaim fragments of your soul that have been frozen in time and free yourself from any trouble from the experience of Lemuria. Will activate your soul memory to reconnect to Lemurian wisdom and ancient gifts. Receive crystalline energy infusions to raise your vibration and open up downloads. And then week 2, we're going to do Atlantis, which will be guided into reclaiming the sacred wisdom of Atlantis, release karmic trauma of the fall, release old fears, claim your power, remember the truth of Atlantean lineage so that you can restore trust in your spiritual leadership. I'm going to say that one more time. Restore trust in your spiritual leadership. Feel safe embodying your gifts again. Step forward with confidence in divine mission. Heal karmic memories from the fall. Remember your sacred role and wisdom you once carried as a healer, builder, priest, or priestess. Rebalance your inner masculine and feminine energies to align with embodied spiritual leadership. And then we'll merge the 2 timelines, bringing both the Lemurian and Atlantis lifetimes in harmony. So that enmeshment we're going to clear up, releasing inner conflict, reclaiming fragments of the soul parts, activating unique soul mission blueprints. We're also going to look at, for week 4, mermaid timelines. And we'll look at whether it was Lemuria, Atlantis, or both, restoring your sacred relationship with the emotional body, reclaiming your voice, discovering how the hair holds vibrational codes. It doesn't matter if you are bald or you have hair or you don't have hair on your head. We can still tap into the vibrational codes of the hair. And intuitive strength and self-expression will activate the sacred voice and clear energetic suppression in the throat. And we'll receive water light codes to complete the emotional integration. If you're interested in this, you'll also get some bonuses. I'm really excited because I just recorded the Lemurian light codes transmission and the Temple of Remembrance. These are both bonuses and they're powerful. They're so freaking powerful. One builds on the other. So we listen to the Lemurian light codes transmission first, and then we listen to the Remembrance Temple, and it's really cool. So you'll get access to those, the Lemurian light codes right away, and then the Temple Remembrance next week. You'll get journaling. I'm going to make this beautiful crystal grid with the meditation. The crystal grid you'll see me build each week, and then you'll get a meditation that goes with it at the end of the course that I'll make for the actual grid, and then the water ritual ceremony scripts as well. So if you're interested in this, join us. It's 50% off. There's a VIP upgrade if you're a Sacred Awakening student, or we'll have an additional call and some additional bonuses as well. If you're interested, we have it on sale for $444 right now. So, or you can do a payment plan on it. So, and if you need to add it to a payment plan, you can do that as well. And then we have Karna and Afterpay as well. That's also available. And then the upgrade for Sacred Awakening students is additional $111 if you want to get that extra class. So if you're interested, definitely join. It's going to be super powerful. Okay, I joined, but I'm going to miss the first class. I know that's recorded, but available. But still, I know. I'm sorry. But hey, it's okay. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. So if you can't make it to the live calls, you always watch the replays. We'll have a Facebook group as well. I'm really excited about this. I've been having downloads about this coming through for quite some time, and I'm like doing the healings yesterday for the bonuses. I already see how crazy this is going to be. So if you're interested, join. You go to the amyrobeson.com/MS. Okay. Atlantis and Lemuria represent the sides of the double helix structure. Yep. Oh, a lot of stuff. I can't wait for class. Your classes are amazing. I'll always learn so much about myself and who I'm guided to be in this lifetime. Yay. I can't wait. Lisa said it's coming up a lot in the records for me. Perfect timing. Awesome. Okay. Okay. So what I want to do is just a little transmission. If you're new to me, I will speak light language. Light language is the cosmic language of your soul. It holds vibrations that can't be translated fully into the human language. And so I'll speak some light language. Please do not drive or operate heavy machinery. Everything's also done inside of the Akashic Records. And yeah, so when does it start? Oh, thank you. Shannon. It starts, I think, August 26th. Yeah, August 26th. August 26th. Starts August 26th. I hope you guys can join. The early bird ends next week on the 19th, I believe. I think it's the 19th. It's 4 days from now. So whatever day that is. My brain can't calculate. Ever since I had a baby, I can't calculate dates anymore. My brain hurts when I try to do it. So awesome. Okay, so let's do our healing. And the healing, again, we are going to explore. Remember, if you don't see something, that's okay. You can feel it, sense it, imagine it, know it. Also, a lot of things will come through after. So you don't have to receive something during. It can come through experience, meditations, and dreams. So let's play. Let's explore. Let's do this mini transmission. And remember, do not drive or operate heavy machinery while doing this. Okay. So close your eyes, then take a nice deep breath in, receiving a breath through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth, allowing the shoulders to relax down the back, allowing the hips to relax, receiving another breath in through the nose, exhaling out through the mouth, allowing the grounding cord to release through the earth, allowing the grounding cord to go down, down, down through all the layers of the earth. And then you'll reach a crystalline ball of energy, which is Mother Earth, Gaia's heart chakra. You'll plug your grounding cord into her heart chakra, and you'll inhale, pull her energy up into you, creating a really beautiful, grounded, sacred connection with Mother Earth. Breathing her energy in, allowing her to cleanse, purify, and protect your entire body and being. Feel her energy stream through your auric field, sweeping it clean. Feel her energy moving through the back of the body, cleaning, cleansing, purifying, restructuring the auric field if there's any tears, holes, blowouts. Feeling her energy sweep through the top and through the front and through the bottom. 360 degrees, her energy sweeping through your entire auric field, cleansing, purifying, and protecting the field, protecting you. Taking another nice deep breath in and a cleansing breath out, feeling the crown of your head stretch up towards the great I am, towards consciousness, Christ consciousness, creation consciousness, creator, God, universe, source, whatever sacred title you give that being, that beautiful frequency. And then you'll exhale, feeling the energy stream in through the crown of your head, preparing you for this journey, streaming down through the third eye, down through the throat, down through the whole heart system, down through the solar plex, the sacral, the root, through the hips, through the knees, through the legs, through the feet, down through the grounding cord, creating a reaction to allow both energies to merge with one another and merge with you. Then I want you to sense, feel, see, or imagine you're connected and protected 360 degrees as above and so below. Feel, sense, or imagine that there is a beautiful sacred geometry shape in the center of your heart space. You're going to step on the shape. And when you step on it, this beautiful frequencies of light and crystalline energies are going to surround you, creating a 3D 5/3 shape around you of that sacred geometry shape. That beautiful shape is going to lift you up out of your heart space and bring you across space and time, where you are going to land in the center of the ocean. And you're going to be in this sacred geometry shape, so you are safe. You are safe, you are safe, you are safe. You are landing in the ocean. You are able to breathe and it is safe. The water element is just going to swirl all around the magnificent sacred geometry shape, infusing its codes into you. The water element. And if you feel safer for the sacred geometry shape to just sit on the water, allow it to rise to the surface of the water. You are safe, you are safe, you are safe. And because you're so multidimensional, you can even touch the water with your hand without the shape filling up with water. You're just touching the energy of water. And I want you to feel, sense, or imagine this beautiful shape swirls all around in the water, creating a vortex of energy to bring this water element in to you. And water has a consciousness, it has an energy to it. You are made of it, you are not separate from it. And it also holds the memory of Atlantis and Lemuria. Water is going to download or share a message with you. And this may be through a visual, this may be through knowing, this may be through touching, so you need to touch the water. It may be through smelling or tasting. It may be through hearing or sensing or knowing. I want you to just feel, sense, or imagine the water downloading a message about ancient Lemuria, ancient Atlantis, sharing a message with you or downloading it for you to understand at a later date. There'll be a moment of silence while you receive. Dona Magania Tracia Kua, Shanakaresia Trucia Kua, Sanua Matia Kumua. And then the sacred geometry shape is going to lift you up out of the water, and it's going to bring you across all space and time where you're going to land. And when you land, the space, the shape, the sacred geometry shape is going to open up and it's going to lay flat on the ground again. And then you'll notice you're surrounded by crystalline pillars. Crystalline pillars are surrounding you. The sacred geometry shape that you're standing on represents Atlantis. The crystalline towers represent Lemuria. You are going to either go to one of the crystalline towers, or you are going to place your forehead on the sacred geometry shape on the ground, which will activate. So whichever one you go to is perfect. You're just choosing one for now. And you're going to place your head on the crystalline tower, your forehead, your third eye. And whatever one you're picking, the sacred geometry or the crystalline tower, there is going to be energy, an infusion, a connection to a Lemurian or Atlantis guide, a guide that's going to come forward. And this guide, you may have to take a step back from the crystal or take a step back and stand back up from the shape. And this guide's going to step forward. And when it steps forward, this guide's going to recognize you and you're going to recognize the guide. And that guide is going to share a message or download something with you, download a message so you can receive it when you're in a space to receive it. And there'll be a moment of silence while you receive. Usakani sinukuatra. Shakurua mania tukura maha. Sakura mati sinukura kariya sharawa. Krihi sumunamuha. Sharakosini guruwaha. The sacred geometry shape is going to start spinning and moving through all of the crystalline pillars. You're going to be standing in the center where the pillars are with your guide. And there's these energies that are coming from the sacred geometry and the crystalline towers, the crystalline pillars. And I want you to feel this energy swirling, swirling, swirling around you and the guide. These energies are swirling, 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 opening you up to new possibilities, creating a vortex energy within you, sweeping clean things that you didn't even think were possible to sweep clean today. This final transmission of cleaning, cleaning, cleansing, cleansing, cleaning, 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 cleansing, cleansing. The guide's going to share one last message with you. The guide's going to take you back into your heart space. You're going to receive a breath to land softly in your heart space. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Deepen your breath. Taking nice, deep, conscious breaths, coming back into your body, into your being. Bowing your chin in towards your chest and slowly blinking your eyes open, taking your time, coming back to. Let me know how you're feeling, how you're doing. Let me know how you're feeling and how you're doing. How are you feeling? How are you doing? Breathing, breathing, breathing. I'm excited to see what more comes forward. I know that for me, and this is just me just sharing my thoughts about myself. I'm excited for me personally. I love teaching this stuff and I always have something come forward, but because I know my connection to Lemuria is a lot stronger to Atlantis, I know what's going to blow my mind is Atlantis. And that's kind of the fun thing about doing this work, is to always expect the unexpected and to be willing to go deeper into places you've never been before, because oftentimes the things we avoid are the things that are going to be the thing that assists us in setting ourselves free, which is really neat. Wowza. Well, they took me to quite a few underwater pyramids. Ooh, I love that. Interesting feeling. I love it. Thank you. Feel very relaxed. My guide was from Egypt. Love that. I did not want to leave my guide or that place. It was beautiful. My right ear was ringing. I have that thought or feeling about Lemuria. Yeah, that's the cool part about it is I know some of you are very drawn to Lemuria. I know some of you are very drawn to Atlantis. I know some of you are drawn to both. And the cool part is the way that I set up the course is you're going to get something no matter what place we explore from, because they're going to share the reason why you're there. And they're going to share the connection of Atlantis or Lemuria or both of them. And I'm really excited to see how it all plays out. Someone said I opened my eyes and the neighborhood cat is sitting in my chair across from me, a fly on my lap. I love it. I love that. Very drawn to Atlantis, so I can't wait to see what pops up for Lemuria and mermaids. Yes, yes, yes. And some of you might not even be connected to the mermaid thing. It, I've gotten to witness it for other people, and that's the cool part. So they're very, very different, very, very cool, different places, and I always love exploring different timelines because magical things happen. Magical things happen. Someone said a lot of energy is moving through my body. I witnessed so many scenarios. I can't make sense of it, but feel a lot calmer. Awesome. So if you're not feeling like the best, know that you got to get back into your body so you can rub your arms, rub your hands, shake out your arms, tap your chest. Take your time. Take your time coming back to. I was told to have patience and was given the date of August 29th. Said my answers will all snap into place rapidly very soon. Very cool. I was very drawn to Lemuria, but very curious about Atlantis. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, guys, if you're interested, join us. This is going to be a magical, mystical experience. I'm really excited about it. So you can go to theamyrobeson.com/MS. We will be starting on the 26th. Early bird discount ends on, when does it end? It ends 4 days and 11 hours. So I believe it's on Wednesday the 20th or the 19th, something like that. So, all right, guys, I hope you have an amazing day. I look forward to seeing you guys in the course or online. Take care. Let me know if you have any questions. You can also DM us if you do. So see you soon. Bye. Please share this with a friend and like and comment as well. It helps with the algorithm. Thanks, guys. Take care.